Welcome to LFN News, a production of LFN Media, bringing you the latest in celebrity news, with specific analysis to keep you in the know of what is going on around you. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. We also encourage you to share your comments in the comments section below and let us know what you think about the issue under discussion and any other issue you may want us to discuss in the future. The Surviving R Kelly documentary series that gained much popularity right after its release has since been taken down from Netflix. First released in January 2019 on Lifetime, the series was later added to Netflix, exposing it to a huge new audience. The six-part docu-series, which first aired on Lifetime over 3 nights in January, generated deep debate, and it went on to be Lifetime's highest-rated program in more than 2 years. Its television debut garnered 1.9 million total viewers, breaking the network's viewership record. Following its seemingly overwhelming initial success, the influential docuseries that saw a follow-up season and a documentary special was added to Netflix, having acquired the global license rights in September 2019. There are conflicting explanations as to why Netflix chose to take the docuseries down, but the fact remains that the documentary was no longer performing as expected, and there was also immense pressure from R. Kelly fans and supporters all around the world, with most boycotting Netflix over its airing of the series. Ironically, the series became Lifetime's most talked about series on social media in the network's history, but not all talk was in support of the supposedly biased documentary that was looked at by many as a vendetta to send R. Kelly to prison. The explosive, six-part documentary that supposedly shined a new light on the allegations aimed at the rapper has since been shunned by R. Kelly supporters and fans that feel it was a ploy to tarnish R. Kelly's name and halt his successful music career. R. Kelly himself personally reacted that the Surviving R. Kelly documentary was a work of the media attempting to distort and destroy his legacy by reporting allegations against him. It is no wonder that even before the documentary premiere, the team behind the documentary was already receiving a lot of criticisms and pressures from the general public. The docuseries producer, popular filmmaker Dream Hampton, claims to have faced many hurdles in producing the Surviving R. Kelly series. The climax of the pressures was during the documentary's New York City premiere, where audiences were forced to evacuate after an anonymous gun threat was made against the venue. These pressures have continued over 2 years from when the docuseries was first aired. Netflix has resultantly been steadily losing the program throughout the world. It lost all 3 titles in the Surviving R. Kelly franchise on 13th of April, 2022. R. Kelly fans all over the world were never happy about Netflix's decision to air the documentary, with most claiming the documentary itself was biased and unfactual. From our research, we also learned that Dream Hampton has always been known to be a music critic against selected genres of music. The acclaimed hip-hop journalist and culture critic has written about music, culture, and politics for over 20 years. She is known to have grown out of music and started personal attacks on musicians including Dr. Dre. She has always fought a fight against the hip-hop genre, but clearly she has an issue with R&B as well, and with R. Kelly in specific. She is believed to have developed a grudge on R. Kelly from the time when she did a profile on him way back in 2000 and was unable to get any information from him or his camp about his alleged marriage to Aaliyah. In an interview after the release of the docuseries, Dream Hampton confessed she had produced the documentary to seek justice, even if that justice was just fans and supporters finally turning away from R. Kelly. This is clear evidence that her motives were completely biased. She never cared about the accuracy of what was being told by any of these women. All she ever cared about was that it would be hurtful enough to give the public a good show and turn R. Kelly fans and supporters against him. Although Dream Hampton went on to win a George Foster Peabody Award for the Surviving R. Kelly docuseries, she has remained unpopular amongst a big section of the public, leave alone the R. Kelly supporters and those that support the R&B genre in general. Here is what some of the R. Kelly fans had to say about the series. D. Curry says, "I think Netflix never should have played the Surviving R. Kelly series. It wasn't based on facts, and this man's life has just been ruined. You should pull it down immediately. My opinion is that it should be pulled in all countries immediately." Jacob says, As a father of 3 girls, I would never allow them to be used by television this way. After hearing the transcripts from the trial, I'm wondering why they would allow to be used like that. And why are the producers of Surviving R Kelly continuing to exploit them on TV in the same way? This is really sad. Esperanza Jones says, "This is clearly a ploy for ratings. This is a scripted series. These women, and I use that word loosely, are nothing more than disgruntled groupies chasing the bag. I've been to several R. Kelly concerts and have met him on several occasions, and he was always down to earth and a gentleman. These groupies and Lifetime have been plotting this man's takedown for years. I don't recommend watching it. If you want to see a reality show, stick to Love and Hip Hop or Basketball Wives." Critics on Rotten Tomatoes, an American review aggregation website for film and television, also clearly brought out the bias in the Surviving R Kelly Docu-series. Here are just a few of the reviews. Jack B says, "This documentary is total BS, probably the worst documentary I've seen since May of 2014. Not only is what is stated not factually true, but it is also evident, the sole purpose of the film was to paint R. Kelly as some kind of monster, yet he is no such thing. This documentary puts personal agenda before facts, and I will not stand for that." Janita Davis says, "The series did stumble a bit in trying to be unbiased and show all sides, but it rebounded once such thinking was abandoned in the 3rd hour." Cassandra says, "The Surviving R. Kelly documentary should not have been licensed to air with the stories being told not backed by evidence. For a docuseries so sensitive, it was irresponsible of the producers and the film industry at large to allow for non-evidence-based allegations on such a key issue and personality. It is a shame on the industry. It is a sign that any vendetta, planned on any individual, can be successfully implemented through non-evidence-based allegations and interviews supported by the media." That's all we have for you today. Thank you for watching LFN News, a production of LFN Media, giving you another view of issues at hand. To get notified whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now and hit the notification icon. And remember to give us your comment on the subject matter below.